Hello everyone on the stream. Thank you for being here today. We're here once again for another episode of the Great Jebait, an LSF production. We're joined today, and what's more than likely going to be an absolute disaster. As Z told me I had to say that. And our first team member, we have Team 1, which consists of, firstly, notice the Z. Ooh, and
notice me.
Truman, or the Steam Machine.
No! What is up?
And then
the Mr. Machine, yes.
And then we also have on Team 2, we have Owen.
Woo!
Pogging. And we also have... Where the fuck is Joe?
Oh my god. Bro, this is an absolute Joe moment.
And we also have Joe! There we go.
Chair stream!
You have to be in the chair for 10 seconds, and you missed the wrong 10 seconds.
Yeah, hey, he tried his best and he got there. Yeah, we have both our teams today. Joe doesn't get to introduce himself because he decided to go for a saunter, and he's drinking his Pepsi Nitro, having a lovely time, or his pint of Guinness. No one could really tell. How are we feeling today, guys? How are we doing?
I'm ready to beat Owen's ass. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
you don't even have to tell chat
what it's about. It's not about how well we do, it's just about beating Owen.
It's about beating Owen. I don't even care about Joe. Joe doesn't even care about being here. Didn't you see the chair? I'm just saying.
While he's away getting water, how do you all know each other? If someone wants to just stand up and introduce you all.
I got this.
Oh, it's basically all because of me. I mean, you know. No,
well, I mean,
and you can talk about it.
I mean, actually, to be fair, it is kind of mostly your fault.
Yes.
So in college, Truman and I were smart cookies. We were in the honors house, and we became friends and Joe became friends with us two, who were in the honors house, because Truman's roommate was best friends with Joe in high school, but they had drifted apart, and then through Truman's roommate, we were introduced to Joe, and we're like, yeah, this guy's way better than Truman's roommate. And so junior year of college, Truman and I roomed together with that said roommate and 3 other guys because we weren't as good of friends with Joe yet, and Joe roomed with 2 other of his friends that he had met in college. But Joe basically lived with us as our, 7th roommate, and we became friends just through hanging out and stuff like that. And Truman and I were also in band together, and that's how him and me became good friends.
Me and Vincent went to the same high school. When I started, I would say we drifted apart after high school.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was really weird because even in high school we weren't super close. We knew of each other, and we did relay mainly through another mutual friend. But then you started streaming, and I was like, I like supporting small creators. And then you brought me on for Among Us, and we got drunk and played Among Us for 5 hours. Yeah. And then ever since then, I've kind of just hovered around the Truman Twitch space until finally you guys brought me on Grubbuds.
Yep, and now Vincent's streaming all the time, and he's going to surpass all of us eventually, so it doesn't really matter, because, he's got the cat girl headset, so that seems about right.
Well, anyway, we'll move on. Basically, we're going to go through what the rounds are and the Great Jebait. We have 3 rounds. The first one, did I get jebaited? Second one, is this my? And third one, 2 truth means and a lie. Go into more detail on those when we get to them. And we're going to start with the very first one, which is the did I get jebaited? Basically what this is, each contestant will take a turn to provide a story or statement, and then the other members of the other team will have to decide whether that is true or he is trying to debate you. Yeah, we'll start with notice the Z. I will give him a second to digest the statement that he is hopefully reading right now, and you let me know, Z, and I will pop you up on the big screen and you can read that out.
I once got stopped whilst traveling, love the word whilst, everyone knows this about me, because I had attempted to bring something illegal onto a plane. So I guess you guys do the questioning. I'm not giving you shit unless you ask about it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what was the illegal thing, Vincent?
The illegal thing, in quotes, was a deck of Argent Saga cards.
Why is that illegal?
Cards have foiling on them, to make them shiny. And if you have enough shiny cards, it literally sets off the TSA scanning thing, because they go through your bag and it's oh, what is this solid block of fucking metal in my fucking backpack? And so they had to stop me and fucking literally deck check me at the fucking TSA airport because they were going through looking at my cards and they were like, hey, what the fuck is this?
Vincent, where were you flying to? Were you flying
from MCI to Las Vegas?
What airline did you fly on?
Spirit? I'm poor. What the fuck?
Any connecting flights?
No, it was direct.
Okay, so when they stopped you, did they tackle you, or they were just what the fuck is this?
They were just hey, what, you got something in your bag, we're gonna have to pull you aside and go through your shit. And I was like, of course.
Joe,
it's a
I'd like you to
douchebag.
be a productive member of this team and ask Vincent a question that'll like help us figure out if he's lying or not.
I already have my answer.
Oh,
Oh, well, all I'll say is if the cards are anything like the cards they use in the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, I think I've seen people throw those cards and take people out. Joe, Owen, do you have any other
Dave,
questions?
I told
Anything else you can
yesterday
think
I'd
of?
never gaslight you.
All right, are we submitting our final answer now, Joe?
I mean, I have my answer.
We're a team.
You guys have to agree.
Yeah, it's our team.
Okay.
What do you think, Joe? You think he's lying?
No, I'm pretty sure I've heard this story out of Vincent before. I'm pretty sure he has told me this story. So unless he just made up some fake card game and the rest of it is true, I
Fake
think
card
it's
game?
true.
With real fake cards.
What's the name of the card game, Vincent?
Argent
Real
Saga.
fake cards. RealDickParty.com.
Yeah. Okay. The thing is, though, Joe, did Vincent actually fly on a plane somewhere?
Okay.
In the same true spirit. I don't think Vincent likes planes.
No, Vincent doesn't like driving. I still think it's a true story. I think he is telling the truth here.
For what it's worth, I don't like driving because I don't like being in control of the car. They're not putting me in charge of a plane, believe it or not.
Wait, for real?
All right. I'm willing to side with you, Joe. I think he's telling the truth.
Z, would you like to let us know?
Get fucking jebated, boys.
Fucking
Absolutely. I think the
Vincent
card
and
story
plane
is real.
wasn't adding up.
There is a lot of truth in this story. I did fly to Vegas, but my friend John is the one who got stopped, not me. I have never been stopped for anything through
Yeah.
TSA.
The yoink and twist.
The best lie is
Yo,
crafted
yo,
around
yo.
us so much truth. Yep.
Okay, Owen, if you want to take a second to read the next statement, let me know when you're ready, and I will full screen you to read it
The
out.
statement was, I did not make it into a fraternity due to flirting with a woman.
I was gonna say, Truman, I feel like you should know off bat if this story is real or not.
I do know whether or not this story is real.
Damn.
So I will let Vincent quiz him, and then we can talk about it at the end. I'll help you with questions. How about that?
All right. What was the relation to the girl? Like, what about this girl is what kept you from getting into the frat?
Okay, so this girl was I don't know if they're called superiors. He was an upperclassman that was in the fraternity, and I fucking hated this guy. And the girl was his girlfriend.
Ah,
So she's a dominatrix, is that what you're saying?
A dom
Yeah.
matrix. You know what I'm saying? Hey!
Did you make the first move, or did she make the first move?
I made the first move technically.
What classic Owen Domination 7 Dom line did you hit her with?
Want to play beer pong?
that is a classic.
Yo.
Owen.
Classic.
That is a classic Owen Domination 7.
Okay, so you started flirting. Was she flirting back?
She's actually the one that started the flirting.
Didn't you just say you made the first move?
Yes, but yeah, I said I made the first move, but she's the one who started flirting.
Yeah, he was like, "Let's play harmless platonic beer pong."
Yeah, you just wanted to get really drunk. You were like,
No,
"Yo,
dude, that's
let's
what
get the beer
I
pong
asked
going."
literally anybody to play beer pong.
What was
But
the
no,
flirting?
By
you
me
got the
asking to play beer pong with her, I was flirting, but she was the one who started talking to me on the couch first.
Did you end up tonguing her down eventually, or
Absolutely.
What a statement.
did you actually say absolutely?
Wait, okay, define tonguing her down.
Either,
Did you
honestly.
make out with her? Did you?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Okay, wait. I thought I knew
He
the
also
answer.
got
Hold
kicked
on.
out of the frat.
And then I think he just lied about that.
I haven't
I
actually-
know he definitely didn't make out with this girl eventually.
Yeah, 'cause
I
that's
know
cringe.
that's a fucking lie. That's my issue. That's a
What was
lie.
this girl's first and last name and street address?
I can count all the girls that Owen kissed in college on one hand. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, lucky. One hand? Oh.
Oh, yeah, you use more than one hand, buddy.
All right, Vincent, what are you thinking?
I do believe this is a real story.
I'm pretty sure this is a real story. I'm with you. I'm pretty sure this is the reason he got kicked out. I knew it had something to do with it. I mean,
The
this
frat.
is essentially the reason. What?
What was the frat?
Delta Chi.
Delta Chi, brother. Ugh. I think my dad was actually Delta Chi.
What's the deal with frats? Like, what's
They're so cringe. They're
You
impossibly
pay to have
fucking cringe.
friends, and then it's a space where freshmen and sophomore women know they get free alcohol.
Yeah, that sounds hype.
And you can also use them for like networking opportunities in the future, based off of other
Yes.
people who were also in. The
Oh, I
circle.
see. So it's like a.
Yeah.
It's cringe. Yeah, fair.
Yes.
Fraternities don't
Let's
necessarily
just
have
do
to
the
be douchebags, but just 95% of them are.
Like, the only one that I know that isn't is like the fraternity from Monsters Inc. If you know what I'm referring to, Monsters University.
You mean Uzma Kappa, bro?
Yeah.
Bro,
You
oh man,
Kappa would have fucking lost it.
I picked a bad day not to wear my Roar Omega Roar hoodie.
So yeah, Owen, do you want to? I assume they're locking in true. Is that right, Z?
We are
Truman?
locking
in true. Yeah.
Yeah, so this is actually a lie. Get debated.
Damn it.
So the reason that I didn't make it in is due to somebody that I hated, but he was actually my pledge master. Disliked me. Yeah. So these events that I was talking to you about me flirting with a girl at that party did happen, but that wasn't the reason that I didn't make it to the frat.
Well, that's the reason they didn't like you, is because you talked to some guy's girlfriend.
No, the girl was not some guy's girlfriend. The girl was somebody that I invited.
What girl was it?
I'm not going to disclose her name.
Yeah, say her full
text
name
me the-
and her
text me
address,
the name.
and do you have her social security number as well? I'll put that up on the screen. So since we've gone through that, Truman, if you want to take a second to read the statement that's on screen.
I once damaged my foot in efforts to go to a sporting event for free.
Joe, Owen, any questions?
Yeah, what sport was it?
Baseball.
Okay, what were the circumstances of you damaging your foot?
I was wearing it was in like high school, and had those Vans, and we talk about this a lot, but I walk around my house, I have like I have high arches, so I always try to wear, that's why I always wear my Crocs, but in the house, I got my rainbow Crocs, I don't have them on right now, but I was wearing Vans, and because I wore the Vans too much, my arches started to collapse, and so I had to also, that was why my foot was getting hurt. And then I was standing around a lot in the efforts to get into the game for free.
What event caused your arch to collapse?
Wearing too many Vans. We went through the whole thing.
So literally just walking and wearing Vans injured your foot.
Guess this is a bad time.
It was also mid-football season, so American
how
football.
How was this in efforts to go to a sporting event for free?
Because the reason I was standing, I was working like the parking lot to get into the game for free. So I stood for like 6 hours working the parking to get into this game for free.
Joe, this man's capping. That's not why he hurt his foot.
And it made my arch collapse more.
I do feel like I'm being jebated. There's some distant bell going off in my fucking brain that says I've heard something like this before, but I feel like this is the same as the Vincent story. I've heard the story before, but he is now just including a bit about, oh, my foot hurt.
Yeah, bro, this man's capping.
I feel like we were being lied to. This is a debate.
Okay. Truman, this is true.
That is the truth, boys. Absolutely the truth.
Fucking go.
I basically, because the football season was going on and because I was wearing a specific pair of blue Vans that was my lucky shoes during the playoff run, I wore them all the time and my arches were starting to collapse. And essentially my feet were getting more hurt like all the time. Like every single time. And so instead, I would have had to go to the practice. I would have had to go to the trainer like all week. And he was like trying to fix my feet. And then I basically skipped practice in the middle of the football season right before we played our last game to get absolutely fucking dick slapped by Skylar Thompson. Right before that game, I basically hurt my feet, skipped practice, and got essentially suspended for my last game. And I couldn't have even played because my foot was hurting so bad because I stood for 6 hours working the parking lots to get into the World Series game for free. And then at the end of the shift, they basically were like, oh, go put away your like security shirts or whatever. When you went to go put away the shirts, they kind of just let you walk right into the stadium. So I got to see Game 6 and Game 7 of the Royals game like that for free.
Bravo.
I thought Vincent was going to screw me. Vincent, when you brought up that it was the World Series, I was very worried they were going to remember the story of me getting into the World Series for free.
The way you worded the story is like you intentionally damaged your foot to get in for free. It's not like trying to get into the event for free. I hurt my foot.
I did allow it to get hurt more. I didn't. Instead of fixing it, I hurt my foot more instead. And instead of going to the trainer and getting it fixed and sitting down and resting and probably getting to play on Friday, I instead went to the Royals game, stood in those same Vans for 6 hours, and let my arch just collapse more, and then not play.
God damn it, man.
Yeah, we are 0 for 3 right now.
Yeah, so far we're all wrong.
We're having a great time here.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, fuck, am I gonna be the one that they get correct?
Oh, absolutely.
Alright, so let's see. A bear once interrupted me in the middle of a shit.
This is the most Joe story I've ever heard. Just that
How did-
statement.
How did the bear interrupt you?
It literally came walking towards me, and I pinched it off and ran away.
I assume you were camping?
Yes,
Where were you camping?
New Mexico,
Why were you camping?
because I was in the Boy Scouts. Very cringe. Say what?
Yeah,
Truman?
what city in New Mexico are you in?
It was at this tiny little thing called Philmont, outside of, I believe it was Cimarroncito, or just Cimarron.
When you played the oof noise.
Yeah.
That's
Sorry if you can hear that. I really should have disabled it. It's the one thing that I didn't disable during this.
Are there bears in New Mexico? That's where my thing is.
Joe, what part of the state is Cimarron in?
Cimarron, and I want to say it's a bit southern.
One sec. I gotta turn these off. Fuck off, Alex. I'm turning these off.
So you're in the southern part of New Mexico, Joe, for Cimarron.
It was in the tail end of the Rockies, so there were some good hills, some small mountains, but I can't remember exactly where in the state it is that those stop.
How many people were you with?
Let me see. I think we were about a dozen of us.
Oh no!
Was this like you were just like in an outhouse, or were you just like popping a squat in the middle of New Mexico?
I would call it a mixture of both. I was definitely shitting over a hole like I had a chair.
Who brought the chair?
It was left there by the scout ranch.
How are you shitting in a chair and not just like smearing shit on your ass? Is there a hole in the chair?
It's like a toilet seat on top of a box.
Oh, okay.
So you just ran away from the bear.
Yes.
Did you take the chair with you?
No.
Did you wipe?
That got left behind.
How did you notice the bear?
I just watched him. I spotted something moving, and it started coming towards me, and I realized it was a bear.
It started coming
went
towards you? How fast did it start coming towards you?
Maybe a casual walk for a bear.
A saunter.
He didn't start sprinting at me. What, bears can go 30 miles an hour? Yeah, no, he literally just was walking at me. Doesn't matter. It's a bear.
Faster than the average bear, you'd say.
What type of bear was it?
I don't know. I can't remember what type of bears they have in the region. Brown bear, I think.
Fucking, we got them. They only have black bears down there. Walking in lie. I genuinely have no idea. Joe is a fucking enigma.
How long had you been camping there, Joe?
This was 6 days in.
Did this bear phase you at all?
Phase me?
Yeah, like did you like ignore? Were you just like, oh shit, a bear, and just like sauntered off? Like,
Enough to stop shitting.
I was like, no. I pinched it up.
yeah, no, but like, was there urgency? Was there urgency? Like, you didn't go, oh, one sec. Boop.
Yeah,
Trousers back up or whatever. You didn't go, oh fuck, a bear.
There was definitely urgency.
Okay.
Things I did not want to fuck with.
Was it Freddy from Five Nights at Freddy's?
I was gonna come the long way on it. I was gonna say, did the bear have a top hat? Was he like a golden, or was he just like a normal color?
He looked rather destroyed. Like the outer shell had a bunch of holes in it.
All right, Vincent, how are you feeling on this one?
I just don't think there's fucking bears in New Mexico.
I think for so many reasons it's a lie. But the thing is that he's probably gone camping with his scouts in New Mexico, and so it could be anything. All of the New Mexico story, what it really comes down to is the bear, and I don't think any of that makes sense. I think there's a lot of things you don't do when a bear is approaching you while you shit, and I think he should have wiped instead, because this story is a lie.
Yeah, and if you were a fucking like Boy Scout, they would have taught you need to stand on top of the shithole and fucking make yourself big to scare off the bear.
You should shit more to assert your dominance.
All right, I'm locking in a lie. I'm good with it.
Okay, Joe, do you want to reveal?
This is indeed the truth.
Yes!
I knew it.
As a Boy Scout, I was 14. We were hiking through Philmont Scout Ranch in the foothills of the Rockies. It's like 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'm just getting full sunlight, and I just see this bear in the distance, kind of sauntering towards me, because out there they come after you for your food. And so I literally pinched it off, pulled my pants, and ran down, because our training for if you see a bear is just make as much noise as fucking possible. So I ran the 50 feet down the hill to the campsite, and it was like, we all started banging our pots and pans together.
Well, successfully, everyone has been super good at lying or telling the truth way too well that they think it's a lie. So GG.
I was worried.
Either you're all really convincing, or you're all really gullible. So it is what it is. But we're gonna quickly move on to the next round here, which is is this my? Each team is gonna be presented with an item, a person, or a thing. I'm also gonna be included in this round. Each member of the team and myself will explain how we are related to that item, person, or thing, and the other team has to individually question us and then work out who actually is telling the truth. The first one that comes up here is Team 2's item, and we will start with Joe and then go to Owen and then myself. So whenever you're ready, Joe, let us know what you think.
So this is a Pokemon card. Right in my early years of college, I had this friend from high school, same one that Owen was talking about earlier, how I met Owen and Truman. And his little brother gave me just this box of random Magic the Gathering cards that he had found. And I was going through them, and this was just in there.
Okay, perfect.
And I never looked it up or translated it, so good luck.
Alright, well, obviously it's a Japanese Kyogre.
And Owen?
Yeah, this is a reverse holo Japanese Kyogre. I got it because, as you know, Bryce opens a whole bunch of Pokemon cards, and he gave me this one. Okay.
This is, as you can obviously see, a Kyogre holo card. I was given this by my younger brother because he had ordered cards online that my mum had bought them, and he accidentally got them in Japanese and didn't want them, so he gave them to me.
Damn, that's the most believable one off bat, I'll say it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Joe, Magic the Gathering cards, you say?
Yeah.
But there just happened to be a random Japanese Pokemon card?
There were also Yu-Gi-Oh cards in there, so I don't know. I bet it was some mom went through the kids' room and just threw all the trading cards into a box.
You said JM gave it to you.
Yes. Yeah,
So how does that make sense?
Shit,
why would a mom go through it and then have? Why would he have it after the mom had it, and then why would he give it to you after that?
No, he got it at like a garage sale because he played it a bit at the time and then stopped. And he was like, "Hey, I don't do this anymore. Do you want them?" Because he knew I still played.
What year did he give it to you?
I think this was like freshman year of college.
Owen, I have the best question for Owen. Owen, define reverse holo, please.
Sorry, I said reverse holo. This is just a regular holo. My bad.
No,
no,
man.
Great look.
So Bryce bought what is this? Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh cards?
Yeah, he buys packs all over the place. He just buys packs.
Yeah, it
Is
was
this,
Truman.
is this
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Japanese or is this Chinese on?
This
Or is it
what
Korean?
you're looking at there is Japanese.
Okay. Where did you take this picture on?
I didn't take this picture.
Then how
I
did
didn't
you...
take the picture myself because I couldn't find a good enough one to show you guys it was hollow.
This doesn't show us it's hollow anyways.
It kind of does. Yeah.
Oh, and how
so
much is this? How much is this card worth?
$10?
Joe, how much is this card worth?
No idea.
Curly, how much is this card worth?
Priceless, because my younger brother gave it to me.
Goddamn.
Curly, how
That's
do
a
you
good
know your
answer
younger
right
brother?
there.
Joe, where did you take the picture at?
I have the card in my binder. I just found one online to send to Curly.
Curly, where'd you take the picture at?
This is on my bed. I have like this satin thing that I used to wrap up Warhammer in to stop them from breaking.
God damn, Curly's so good at this. I know it's not Curly's, but goddamn. Because this definitely is a stock image offline. But
I think this is Curly's, man.
If you know anything about me, I like Pokemon.
I am someone who is very into cards, and I have like Japanese Yu-Gi-Oh cards and stuff. But it's not an easy feat here in the States to find.
I ordered them
card.
off of Amazon and gave them.
You ordered Japanese cards?
Gave a pack to my niece. Yeah.
So did my brother.
Ooh.
Any other questions you can think of? Anything else you want to ask us? Seems like you're a bit split.
I think the best story is definitely Curly's, but I am inclined to believe Joe.
I'm not.
You're not. Why are you?
No,
not inclined
based
to
on
believe
how he got the card, I
Yes.
think that's just not very true. I don't think that. I think there's a
You'd
lot
be
of things that
amazed
don't
how
line
often
up.
people just give away expensive cards not knowing they're expensive. But also, I don't believe this is an expensive card.
No, but also that entire family is just a bunch of assholes, and I don't think that kid, who would have been like 14 at the time, told his brother and said, "Hey, can you take this box of cards to Joe at college?" And also, he also wasn't rooming with the guy at the time and had kind of like boxed him out and had said he wasn't going to talk to him. They had drifted apart. So I don't even think they were really talking during the time where Joe would have came into this box of cards. And certainly I don't think his little brother would have been doing it. So this is one of those where I might know Joe too well to
I can go get the box if you want.
Yeah, go get the box.
Oh, fuck, it might be my stuff.
Oh, yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, mine's also in my stuff. Yeah.
I trust... I don't think so, man. I obviously I can't tell him to go. No,
get the card.
Why would he have the box still? He's just got a box with cards. I'm not believing this shit. Whatever he brings back.
Cigar box. It was kind of nice, actually.
You have your own Magic the Gathering card box. I'm inclined to go with you on this one.
It's literally, it is a blind 50-50 between Owen and Curly.
Because here's the thing is, you think it's Owen or Joe because you don't know them as well as I know them. I think it's Curly, but you know Curly better, and you're saying it's not Curly because of how you know Curly. I know the people in Owen's and Joe's life, and you know the people in Curly's life.
I want to go with Owen solely for the fact that I don't believe Curly took this photo. I believe this is an image that was found online. Based solely on that, I want to go Owen.
All right, I'm gonna rock with Vincent. I'm gonna let it rock.
Okay. Does the person whose image this is want to speak up?
Yeah, thank God you guys got it, because I fucked up so hard finding this image. It's not a Japanese card. I was literally looking for it for one that had the best description of what the holo looked like. It's right here. I have it. It's right here. It is absolutely not Japanese. I was so glad you guys picked me because I would have had to explain that it's not Japanese. Yeah, so I'll try to show you guys that it's actually a holo here. There's a delay on Curly's stream.
Also, Owen saying reverse holo when it was definitely a holo was throwing me off.
Yeah, the reverse holo did fuck me up as well. But
why does the picture from the online look like dog shit?
Dude, like I was saying, look up holographic Kyogre. This art is apparently unique. There's a bunch of different holographic Kyogres.
Yeah, every time they reprint them in sets, they use different art.
Yeah.
That's like the whole point. And also, I have a reverse holo Shuppet on the back of my phone case. Reverse holo is where everything except the picture is holo.
Yeah, That's why whenever he said reverse holo, I was like, I know he's telling the truth. And I know this isn't the reverse. And I was like, I also know this isn't the reverse holo.
Yeah, sorry. I did not mean to say reverse holo. But yeah, Bryce packs like hundreds of dollars of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like a lot.
Pokemon?
So in this pack, the reason I got this $10 one is because he packed a $150 card.
Fair.
It'd be like that. What's that? That should have been what because I know none of you would have known. I should have asked what set this card came out in.
No fucking clue.
That's why I made up the story that my brother gave it to me, because I did not know. And that's why I was like, I didn't buy this, because the minute you asked that, I had no clue.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, Joe, that we lost that, but I'm really glad that they got it right, because I was really scared that like it being Japanese was going to be a deciding factor that they chose Curly.
Okay, we'll move on to the next team. I guess I'll start with this one, then we'll go Z, and then we'll go Truman. This is I just realized I took a screenshot of this whenever I put the circle around this person, and you can see the lines. Anyway, this is my friend Gareth. When we were on a night out once, what was the word you used earlier? Tongue down. This girl who is an Australian rugby international, and then she had a bit of a mental breakdown when she realized she cheated on her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Z?
As hype as that story would be, unfortunately, this is my friend Aaron. We went to a Neck Deep concert, and then we just went to a bar that was like around afterwards, and he ran into the lead singer of Neck Deep, and so I got a picture of him like totally fangirling over the lead singer of Neck Deep.
When was this, Vincent?
One sec.
So what's the name of the lead singer of Neck Deep?
I don't fucking know. Aaron was the fan, not me.
Anyway, Truman, sorry, if you want to give your one, and then you can question.
The one circled is Johnny, and the one that he is actually talking to is his wife, Emily. They are people that I worked with in New Mexico, and actually when this picture was taken, we were out at a bar, and they asked me, because they are apparently swingers, if they asked me if I wanted to join them for the night. before I had to sadly tell them that I have a girlfriend.
So, Vincent, where was this concert?
It was in the fucking Sandstone over in just like on the Kansas side, right by like where they host Renfest.
Neck deep came to fucking Sandstone. My ass. Alright.
Oh, fucking literally everyone gets in Sandstone.
No, the thing is that I'm a Neck Deep fan, and I know they stopped touring in 2014, bitch! Woo! It's not Neck Deep.
So, Curly, where was this? So remind me where you said this happened?
It is in the city where I'm from, which is Belfast in Northern Ireland.
I don't think that looks like the lead singer of Neck Deep.
You obsessed on this?
So, Truman, you said these two people, you took a, so Truman's saying that he took a picture of these two people after they asked him to swing?
No, this was like a group photo, and they were off to the side. There's an other part of this photo that's cropped out. I just wanted to focus on these two people because it was just one or two people.
Okay, that explains why the fucking resolution's so shitty.
Yes.
Curly, how did you take this photo?
It wasn't me that took it. It was another friend of mine. We were sitting down, and we were thinking this is hilarious because my friend Gareth is notoriously awkward.
Okay, yeah, so there are people wearing a sweater vest, jeans, and a jacket in this photo, and the singers are in short sleeves, which makes me think that it might be the singers, because Neck Deep is an English band, so that actually throws it off.
So Owen.
I don't think Vincent's telling the truth. I don't think it's Vincent. I don't think it's Neck Deep.
Well, Owen, I'm gonna
Actually,
go ahead and
hold on. That is way too weird and out there of a fucking thing to say. That it is that. First of all, I know Vincent doesn't even listen to Neck Deep, so for him to say Neck Deep, no one just.
But Aaron was like, "Hey, you want to go to the Neck Deep concert? I have an extra ticket." I was like, "Fuck yeah," because we were roommates at the time.
No one pulls that shit out of their ass, dude.
Yeah.
No one comes up with a lie like this.
I'm gonna answer. Lanigo said in the chat, "Where's everyone claiming this photo was taken?" I threw this question out because I don't think it was fully defined. For me, this was in a bar called Filthy McNasty's.
I think
that sounds like a Belfast bar name.
I think that's a real bar. I think you go to that bar, but I don't think that's this bar. Not enough people wearing long sleeves if that's a bar in Northern Ireland. Because people up in the British Isles do not know what cold is.
Well,
they always wear fucking.
She's Australian. That's all I'm saying. She probably.
That's why it can't be her. Because Australians are used to warm weather. They go up to cold ass England.
And what I'm saying is that thing in the background is a heater.
Yes, I'm white. Get out of here.
Vincent is claiming this was taken at a bar next to a Neck Deep concert.
Yeah,
and Truman says this was taken at a bar in New Mexico.
What bar is right next to the Sandstone, Vincent?
It wasn't right next to. We had to catch like a 10-minute Uber, which is why it was so much more surprising that we fucking ran into them at this bar of all fucking places.
Fuck off.
Yeah, so based on that, Vincent is definitely lying because his original story was it's around the corner. That I was gonna say that's gonna be my final answer is Truman.
I'm locking in with Joe. Final answer.
Okay. Does the person whose image this is want to speak up? And that's because he's already speaking. This is my friend Gareth. She went on to play in the third place playoff 2 days later after this picture was taken. Yeah, this is him. And this picture is badly taken because I was very drunk when I took it. The Rugby Women's World Cup was in Ireland that year. And that's why they were there.
That's crazy. So did they like hook up, or did they just make out a little?
No, they just made it out a little, and then she sort of
just tongued her down. Got it.
Yeah, and then like it was sort of then the rest of her like team arrived and were like, "Yo, what are you doing?" And she sort of like realized what she was doing with her life. And then they all just had like a little cry in the corner.
Vincent, what was your picture?
Neck Deep concert, Vincent?
What's that?
Did you actually go to a Neck Deep concert?
I've never been to a Neck Deep concert. No.
I fucking knew it was too crazy of a poll.
We're going to come on then to the final round, which is 2 truth mains and a lie, inspired by the mighty truth main that's not here. It is basically 2 truths and a lie. But anyway, we will start with Joe this time. If you want to go ahead and read out your 3 statements.
I once took a shit in a river. I once got hypothermia, was taken care of by the hottest girl, and remember none of it. I am waiting for Big Daddy Elon to send me my Starlink.
All right, so we know you shit in a river because you just love shitting on the show.
Man, I don't know, but see, would that be the lie? Because he already talked about getting chased off while shitting. Because number 2 is true. He's told that story. I mean, a guy like that has a story like that. He's told it. And I remember he like almost died. The only thing he might have changed was like maybe he overheated instead. No, wait, hypo is overheated. Sorry, I was gonna say maybe it was hyperthermia instead, but I think the 1 and 2 are true. I don't remember him getting a Starlink. Can we ask him questions about this?
Yeah.
That's the whole point of the game. When I'm stupid, what is Starlink?
It's Elon Musk's like satellite network
Okay.
to try and get broadband speeds to areas with no signal, which, as you know, I don't have any.
No way.
This is true.
There's no
Well,
way.
I have terrible signal.
How much
What?
does it
It's
cost?
a wait list. What do you want?
How much does
how much?
Starlink cost?
I don't know. I'm on the wait list. They haven't let me order it yet.
How much do you think it's gonna cost?
I don't know. I'm sure it's somewhere like $250 for the whole satellite dish, and then there's probably a monthly fee.
When did you shit in the river, Joe?
This was also in Scouts. I think I was 13.
You only
this
shit in a
14,
river
that's the lie.
once?
Was this
He ran away
before
from a
Bear?
Truman, and immediately shit in the river. God.
This was before the bear.
After he ran away from the bear, he had to
Got
go. He finished his shit in the river.
That's good shit.
Does Joe like Elon Musk? This is
Bro,
something
if
you would know,
Elon
Truman.
walked up to me and was like, yo, let me put a computer chip in your brain, I'd fucking let him.
That's
I'm
iconic.
indifferent to the person. He does some
Yes.
weird shit online. I want everything.
I do
That he
believe that
makes.
Joe would be fine with fully automating his brain, but I don't think, and I do think he is probably indifferent towards Elon, but I don't think there's any way Joe signed up for this because Joe's about to solve his problem and just move. It's hard to imagine, but it's hard to imagine he only took a shit in the river once. But
Yeah.
I don't know
True.
if there's some weird like scouts rule about how often you take shits in a river.
But
So
generally,
it
you
could be
don't
like
want to
a
shit in
never-
like
What,
Yeah.
rivers.
once per camp out, you're allowed to take a shit in a river.
Everyone gets one.
Yeah,
What
'cause you're
river
not really
was it?
supposed to shit in rivers because like it would like go
Pollute the
downstream
drinking
and like
water.
pollute. Yeah.
You're supposed to, after my understanding, you're supposed to dig a little hole and plop your
You are
poop in
supposed to
there.
dig a little.
So we're waiting for Vincent and Truman to lock in their answers.
Was it an emergency that you shit in the river, Joe?
A little bit.
Yeah, I was like, why did you shit in the river as opposed to just shitting literally anywhere else?
Could you describe
a
the
ki-
consistency of it for us? Could you describe it?
Yeah.
Somewhere
Before
in
you
between.
answer, I feel like, was it like for the inbuilt bidet system? Like, were you just like dipping it in after you finish the shit?
Dude, that sounds kind of nice. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Yeah.
Actually, that's kinda fun,
Take
yeah.
a shit and then just like dip my ass in the river. No.
That'd be the fastest wipe.
On the medical 1 to 7 scale for how hard my shit was, it was probably a 5.
The Bristol still chart.
Yes.
Mhm.
What I will say is it did float to the surface and I watched it go away.
That's
It's
decent.
no shot. You finished and then were able to like look, unless you just like didn't wipe. You just fucking turned around and watched your
He
shit
he
float.
saluted the
float.
shit
Bro,
as
I
it went
know
on.
those knees had to be young. I'm thinking about right now, like trying to like squat down and not fall into the river while taking a shit. Bro, I would be floating with your shit down the river, bro. It would be me pantsless, just floating slowly down the river as my knees gave out. So that would be the end. That'd be the last you heard of me.
Fuck, I really want to lock it. At first, it seemed like obvious Starlink.
I think
But
it is
now-
obvious Starlink. No, I'm telling you.
Like I like gaslit myself into thinking it's taking a shit in the river.
No, I think you go Starlink. I
Starlink?
don't think you Starlink.
All right, in Truman we trust. You're full of shit. You didn't order the Starlink.
They're locked in. They did suss out the lie. I am indeed not
Yes.
on the waiting list to get a
Absolutely.
Starlink.
Let's
There
go.
it is.
Absolutely. Good job, Truman.
No.
Good job.
And so here's part of the story. It was a canoe trip, and the river that we were on literally had fences on both sides because each side of the river was owned by like a cattle farmer.
Oh,
And it was
God.
me and my dad. We were way ahead of the rest of the pack, and we just like stopped and I was like, I have to take a shit, and I can't get up on the banks to take it in like the field. So I was just dropped it, just took a shit. I turned around, pulled my swim trunks back up, and I was just watching it float away. And I was like, oh yeah.
Wait, you had swim trunks on while you said you were hiking?
No,
Canoe trip.
Well, Team 1 are run away with it at this point, but Team
Oh.
2 have a chance.
Hey, Curly, you did spell something wrong. I don't know if it was me or you.
It's
on
probably
this
me. I'm super dyslexic.
one. Number 3 is my granduncle is a shoe designer. and
No,
have a shoe
yeah,
named
sorry,
after
yeah. Whenever you're ready, Truman, fire away.
him. Whenever I'm ready. I had a ghost encounter with my grandfather in my room in New Mexico the night that he passed away.
Yep, he did.
2, I once had a cop knock on my window as my girlfriend and I were breaking up to make us move.
That is, I hope. that's
3,
true.
my granduncle is a shoe designer and I have a shoe named after me on the market.
Is that your grunkle?
My grunkle.
So number 1 is absolutely true. Some wind blew some stuff around in Truman's room when his grandfather passed, and he was like, "Oh shit, that's Grandpa watching over me." That absolutely did happen. The cop knocking on the car window one, Joe. I think Truman was about to get the sloppy toppy. I don't think they were breaking up. I think Truman is weaving lies from the truth.
Yeah, sloppy toppy, not breaky wakey.
My question here is, Truman, what's the name of this shoe that's on the market?
Joseph.
And what brand makes it?
9 West.
Is your middle name Joseph, Truman?
My middle name is Joseph. That's the one normal name I have.
So Truman, this girlfriend, where? Like, is he doing this at college, around KC?
It was high school. It was in high school.
Okay.
It was
what kind of car was it?
Around Raytown. What?
What car were you driving?
It was her car. It was a Ford Explorer.
All right, Owen. So you had money on number 2 being the lie?
Dude, no. 3 is so fucking stupid. Named after him. Joseph is a name they passed down in Truman's family. How could that be named after his fucking middle name if it's Joseph? That's some horse shit, dude.
Well, you could argue if it's past, it could be just like a family thing, but by default also named after him.
Yeah, but then how is the shoe dedicated to Truman if it's not even his fucking first name?
I said it was dedicated to me.
Dude, I'm telling you, Joe, it's either 3 because there's no fucking way, or it's 2 because they weren't breaking up and Truman was about to get the Slobanese. Bro,
so, Owen, what are you leaning
dude,
towards?
3 is so fucking stupid, but 2 is stupid too. Oh, what was the cop's badge number?
Didn't get his badge number, homie. Again, these are Raytown cops. They're go-home cops, but I didn't get arrested. I didn't call, my mommy, daddy, lawyer.
Where was the car parked when you were breaking up?
It was behind a middle school.
Joe, it's number 3. Number 3 is a lie. I have heard both of these stories before.
I was gonna say I will beat the shit out of you if it's number 2, like you said earlier, and he changed like one little detail.
Joe, let's go with 3. First of all, it's great uncle, not grand uncle, but that's fine.
I never know what to call it.
It's probably just a British thing.
It's
just say uncle. It's fine.
It's my grandpa's brother.
Okay, well, your grandpa's brother is Cap'n.
Is that not your grand uncle?
Great uncle, but yes.
Well, Truman, do you want to reveal?
It was number 3. Yeah.
Yes!
This was
I know my Truman lore!
I actually had like a team building event at work this week, and it was somebody's else's thing that their family member designed shoes and named it after them, and I was like, that is perfect for this thing that I need to do later in the week. It is 9 West to whatever their shoe was. I don't remember what it was, but I think it was also their middle name. So it works perfectly to be like my grand uncle or whatever. I did have the cop knock on the window, and it is a confusing story because normally me and that girlfriend would have sex in that spot. But that time we were breaking up, and we were like, out of all the times to get caught by the cop, when you're in the middle of breaking up, not the worst one, you know?
Okay, now we have the cringer that is Owen with his super creative ones here. Whenever you're ready, Owen, take it away.
Yeah, so I was absolutely fucking spacing on 2 truths and a lie that Truman wouldn't immediately know. So this is the one I came up with. I'm sorry it's not as creative as the other ones, but it's going to be tough. I can ride a skateboard well. Number 2, I can ride a snowboard well. And number 3, I can ride a surfboard well.
Owen's parents have money. There's no way he skateboards, but he does go on vacation to snowboard and surf.
I will tell you that Owen's parents have snow money, but they do not have beach money. He's torn himself up from longboarding, but he would tell you that he can do it well. So he used to do it all.
Longboarding is not the same as skateboarding.
It is a little weird to be from the Midwest and be good at surfing.
But I've heard skateboarding and snowboarding go together really well. But I can't think of a moment where Owen has ever surfed in his life.
For knowledge, I have surfed before.
Where did you surf?
North Carolina, Outer Banks.
One time?
It was a whole trip. We had lessons.
I don't think so, man. I think snowboarding, from what I understand, skateboarding and snowboarding are pretty close.
Copper. Ski Copper. It's up in...
he 100% snowboards.
Yeah, snowboarding is. I asked about skateboarding for what it's worth.
Sorry, I've been on a snowboarding trip with him. Yeah. When have you skateboarded on?
I got my board last summer. It has a cat in the hat as the decal.
My thing is, if he got a skateboard last year and was also good at it, we would have heard about it.
The question is going to come down to what do you call well, right? But I don't think he's going to tell you that he could surf well because I assume that would be on all his dating profiles. I've got to go surfboard. I've got to go surfboard's the lie, I think.
Locking it in.
Locking it in.
Yeah, you got it. I can't surf. I can't surf on shit.
Okay, perfect. We're going to move on then to the very last one, which is Notice the Z, if you want to
Hello, nerds.
fire away.
So I have had an existential crisis because I didn't know what my favorite color was. My junior year of high school, I was our school mascot. And then I have qualified for nationals in 3 different card games.
What were the 3 card games?
Dragon Ball Super, Argent Saga, and Yu-Gi-Oh!
Dragon Ball Super's an anime.
I want to call bullshit to that, but we'll table that for later. What was your high school mascot?
Blue Jays.
Joe, he told us a story about that. That's the truth. Vincent has been a mascot. I also think that existential crisis, because I didn't know what my favorite color was, is a very Vincent sentence. And I think that actually happened. I think he's only qualified for nationals in 2 card games, not 3. That's my thought process.
I don't want to cause issues, but what was your favorite color?
From like freshman year of high school till like 2 years ago, I was obsessed with purple. I just like a nice deep purple. And then one day it just started not hitting the way that it used to. And I was like, fuck, what's my favorite color? And then I like went on like a tangent of like, oh, if I don't know what my favorite color is, like that's such like an obvious thing you should know about yourself. Do I even know myself really? And then it just kind of like spiraled after that.
What were you taking?
I have never done drugs in my life.
Off the hit, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I think number 3 is the lie.
I think Vincent truly had a crisis because he didn't know what his favorite color was. So I don't think he's qualified for nationals in 3 games. I'm locking it in. I'm locking it in, Joe.
I was gonna say I'm with Owen on this. I'm locking in 3.
The quick lock it.
Crazy.
Oh my God.
So I knew that I was going to have Truman on my team, which is why I hella lied about being the mascot.
No!
I was like, what the fuck?
Dang it, dude. I thought
I
you
was
told
like, no shot.
Damn it.
Do you think
I was
Vincent
saying,
was a school pride kind of guy? Are you
I
fucking
no,
joking,
I
dude?
in this once again, Owen just overruled me with that because he's like, Vincent told a story. I was like, okay. I was like, I must have been taking a nap on the couch when he told this story because I don't remember that.
On that regard, I think it's only fair that Team 1 win this one.
More like
That's fair.
Team 1.
Thank you very much. Congratulations, Truman and Vincent. I will go through these all individually if you want to shout anything out.
Let's go. Fucking liar extraordinaire. You can't trust a word I say on this show. Fucking twitch.tv/noticethez. Twitter, join my Discord, all the cool stuff.
You can check me out, Twitch, Twitter, anywhere you think you can find me. It's just Steam Machine, SteehnMachine.
Oh, and do you have anything you want to shout out?
Absolutely. You can find me on mainly Twitch. I have a Twitter, but I suck ass at using my stream Twitter. Just follow me on Twitch at Domination7, DAHMINATI17.
All right, and I
man.
am Joe Booty Boy Booty, BOUTTEBOY. Same as Truman. If there's a platform, search me up. Probably that.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna end up everything and just say thank you all for joining me today for the episode of Great Jebait, the second one. Really appreciate you taking the time out to do this. Hope you had fun. And anyone in the stream, give us a follow, give all these guys follows, all links in the chat.